Hey guys, it's Scott here from Hot Electrics, and the purpose of these videos is to help you cut through all the BS sales tactics that are all throughout the solar industry and just hear some logical information straight from an electrician's mouth. As there is massive demand in Australia at the moment to really push towards solar, push towards going green, as well as all the EV vehicles that are coming in the future, that means there is a lot of commission hungry salesmen, a lot of lead generation companies, and even now electricity retailers who you pay your electricity to, who promise the world, take their fat commission, and then on-sell the job or your job to electricians like myself. So, I hope you enjoy. Today's short little video is going to be titled What to Look For When Choosing a Solar System for Your Home. Could also be for your business as well, but when choosing a solar system, what I think what overarches these 7 steps or 7 things to keep in mind is the fact that you really do want to be logical, not emotional. I see a lot of ads on social media, and the biggest sales tactic that's used is the fear of missing out. You have to act now, otherwise you're going to lose something. Now, there are different types of government rebates in different states in Australia, but I guess number one would be, what is your state's government rebates? What actually are they? To help you get logical. Now, as for the time factor, you don't have to do it today, tomorrow, next week, next month. So really get out of that emotional, I got to do something now, otherwise I'm going to lose, and really try to get logical as best as possible. So I guess number one, or the first thing to keep in mind, is have a look at your own state's government rebates. Now, when you Google that, you're going to be popped up with so many different ads, $0 down, this, that, or whatever it may be. Just make sure you've got an actual government URL website that you're going to. That's the best first step advice there. The second thing would be the payback period. What is your payback period? And what the payback period means is it's a formula that every electrician who designs a system and quotes it for you would be able to give you that, and that is how much you're paying for it and the savings that you generated. How soon is this investment going to be paid off for you? Is it going to be 2 years, 5 years, 7 years? I generally, depending on the size of the system, would like to see every system paid off within 5 years, but that's not always possible with different types of roofs. But that's just how I normally go about things. The third thing would be the warranty of the system. The reason why that's important is, in Australia, depending where you are in Australia, there are some different extreme temperatures. So some company manufacturer of the panels, some of them will give the best is a 25-year warranty, but some will give an 8-year warranty, a 12-year warranty, a 15-year warranty, and a lot of them might give, for example, a 12-year warranty and a 25-year guarantee. There's a little, tactics and marketing terms that what's the difference between a 25-year guarantee and a 25-year warranty. So a lot of the 25-year guarantee that they say is they guarantee after 25 years that your panels are producing or performing at least 80% of what they originally were. But if it's a 12-year warranty, year 13, if something happens and it stops working, they won't warrant it. So I guess, yes, warranty is good, but how much extra do you want to pay? Because the panels with a 25-year warranty may be more expensive. Where is your sweet spot there? And where you live in Australia, if you're dealing with extreme temperatures, so you're minus in the winter and you're over 40 degrees in the summer, what that means is it's just a lot of stress or a lot of different voltage ratings and voltage outputs and current outputs that one panel has to put up, and it's just going to put it under more stress. If you were to live somewhere like that, maybe a longer warranty panel would suit you more. The other one would be the warranty, or the fourth step would be the warranty of the installation, which ties in to the company's after-job service and contactability, as well as their reviews. So the company who's installing it, what you have to realize is you can just have a look online. The amount of solar companies that have gone through liquidation, become insolvent, then change names and go again with somewhere else. You just really want to make sure that who you're dealing with is actually going to be around in the future, no matter how big they are right now. A lot of big ones go out of business. And what does it look like after you've handed it over? Once they've handed it over to you and you now have a solar system, what do you do with it? The biggest complaint that we have is I wasn't left any instructions what to do. I don't know what to do. My bills are still the same. I've got a solar system. What's going on? You want to make sure that there is either some type of service plan, some type of maintenance, somewhere where you can be informed of at least how to do it yourself, or get someone out there to properly show you through the handover. This is how it works. This is how you monitor. If any of these parameters go out, give us a call. There's something wrong. But you really do want to see them again rather than see you later and never see them again. And it has been proven that if you were to do maintenance on the panels, which might be cleaning the panels once a year, making sure everything is in the parameters are all okay, the system will perform a lot better over a longer period of time too. So that leads us to number 5, I believe. There'll be 7 in total. So the number 5 is the size of the system. Now, the size of the system is going to be very much dependent on the roof layout, how much availability that we have, as well as what the budget is and what are your needs. Do you have a massive bill you're trying to get rid of, or is it a small bill you're trying to get rid of? And the reason why this is, I guess, very important to also look at is a lot of companies may only give you 1 or 2 options of different type of solar panels, and the reason that be is because they'd buy them in bulk. But if you have a very large panel, because it's very high wattage, and you've got a small roof, for example, the configuration and exclusion zones of where panels can be installed on a roof, it's hard to make one panel or 2 types of panels suit every type of roof. It can be done, but you might be, depending on what your roof, if it's not a complete perfect normal square, some roofs have got a lot of different hips, they've got a lot of different angles. You're going to want either a small size panel, depending on what it may be, but it's something that you really want to see in the design layout. What are the panels going to look like on your roof, and what is the size of that? Which leads us over to number 6. How do the panels look? As you can see behind us, here are 2 different types of panels. One is an all black and one is in a black trim. They're more so the popular ones these days, not so much the silver trim anymore. Now, is the panels, or are your panels on the roof, is it going to be visible from the road? Is it going to be visible at all? And is that important to you? If it's not important to you and you can't see it, well, that's all well and good. But that may be important to you because you can see it, or not that you can see it, but you want it to look good because you're someone who wants everything to look good. An all black might be suited for you, or you might like a silver trim or even a black trim. And the last step, number 7, is what is the price of the system? There is a lot of variances of prices, and it's simply because there is a lot of variances of materials costs. The cheap inverters can sometimes be 3 to 5 times cheaper than the premium inverters. The cheaper panels can sometimes be well over $100 cheaper than some of the premium panels. So you need to really look at what's important to you. Do you want to get the absolute bare basic, bottom of the line, cheapest quote that you can find? Or would you rather pay maybe somewhere in the middle, but make sure that you only want to do this once, you don't want to have to redo it again? I guess the biggest thing that or one annoying thing that we find customers who come to us is their system isn't that old, it's only 8 years old, 10 years old, and it's not working anymore. The quality of the installation was poor. The quality of the panels was poor. The inverter is no longer working. The inverter and the panels, those companies don't exist anymore. You really do have to be careful with the bare bottom cheap ones, because it's cheaper to do it right the first time than not do it right the first time, meaning that over the course of 15 to 20 years, if you need to install 2 or 3 different systems, it's a lot more expensive, especially with inflation, than just picking a really good system from get-go. So I hope that all makes sense, and I hope this video has been a bit informative with you, and that's helped you to make a decision or at least narrow down the decision for you. Thank you so much.